In this video, we will learn about proof of stake. So, before learning about proof of stake, we have to understand why do we need. What was the need of proof of stake? What was the that means like if we came up with proof of stake, that means there might be some disadvantage of proof of work. So these were the disadvantage of proof of work. First, that it requires uh, like high energy, high electricity power, because it required more compute power and more servers to get that hash that would lie in the in that like bracket of the protocol that is required to mine the block. Okay, so this was the first thing. Second was the, of course, compute power so high initially only. The setup cost used to be very high. Then because of these compute, and as the number of transaction was increasing, this problem was getting difficult to solve, and that is why the mining, the block was getting slow, and that is why transaction was getting slow. Okay, and yeah, high initial setup cost and ongoing. So these are the four major disadvantages of the proof of work. So that is why proof of stake was introduced. So proof of stake is very simple. Anyone who wants to mine through proof of stake, they just have to lock some amount of whatever coin is for that protocol, for that blockchain. For Ethereum it is ETH. So we can say for some amount of they have to lock, and that means they have to deposit this much amount. Ethereum will not take it away, but it will be locked within the Ethereum blockchain. And then through a random algorithm, the miner will be chosen, and he will that computer will be able to update the blockchain and collect the transaction fee and block reward. So here there is one question, that is like, if this is the case, then doesn't it seem like to be becoming it's becoming more centralized? Like those who have money, they will be able to uh, put in that money and become a miner. And so this could happen. So that is the thing here. So if we like computers in the nodes, they notice that there is something that has happened wrong with certain block or certain transaction, then they will highlight it. And then, as you know, there are many nodes, many computers in the network. So if they will check, and the blockchain ledger is with all the computers, and if they notice any malicious activity with any of the nodes, they can it can be visible. It is easily visible, because everyone will have different blockchains, and one person will have different one. So in that case, if someone is caught, any computer is caught doing any malicious thing, the some amount of ETH will be I'm since I've taken example of Ethereum, I am telling ETH. Some amount of ETH will be deducted from the amount that has been locked when they decided to become a miner. So that is how things are happening in the proof of stake. And so why proof of stake is better in terms of like in comparison with proof of work? Because it of course now consumes very less energy, because just one algorithm will be randomly selecting any computer, and it will be able to mine. There is no compute power required. If you have, for as far as I remember, it is $40,000. Okay, some 10 ETH. Yeah, so $40,000, 4 or 5 ETH, as far as I remember, to become a miner on Ethereum blockchain. So anyone with a decent compute power, locking this much amount of ETH, can become like miner on the blockchain. But one thing what was happening in proof of work was people were competing for compute powers, and anyone who had the high amount of compute power, they were becoming like monopoly, they were creating a kind of monopoly. So in China especially, they have like big farms farms of server and compute power, so that they could mine blockchain, bitcoin mine bitcoin. So here it's not that, it's like reduced to 99%. It is very less, in extremely less in comparison to proof of work. So so that is why it consumes less energy than proof of work, and transactions are also faster, because again, no one is competing, and there is no mathematical calculation that has to be done. Third one is that server are relatively economical because they need less computational power. Yeah, of course, because anyone, as I said, anyone with decent compute power, decent processor, they can start mining ETH with $40,000, staking $40,000. So you can get more details about this concept on, if you want to look for Ethereum. And recently Ethereum has shifted from proof of work to ETH, because there were so much noise in media, like because of like it is proof of work is harming the environment, and energy is being consumed a lot. That is why it's shifted to proof of work. And there are many other proof of sorry, consensus protocols also, like proof of reference, proof of history. So you guys can read about it, and let me know if you want to know about these also. I'm just covering the basics of the blockchain for now. Later on I'll deep dive into all the topics. So thank you so much. Bye.